Hi peeps, welcome back to the It's Your Life and Your Choice 2 podcast. This is a side segment called Alley Ups and Alley Oops. This is where we just talk about the ups and downs of my life, basically as an influencer, how not everything is all glitz and glam, that there's, bad parts to it too, the struggles that we all go through. And I'm just showing the realism of what it is like to be someone that a lot of people follow. Have several different social media accounts. I don't have that big of a following. However, I still have over 1,000 on each one individually. With that being said, I'm wanting to influence you guys to do better and heal. And those of you who have already been along for the journey for a little bit as right now, I thank you for your support. Those who have told me that, I'm starting to create good content, that it's worth listening to, thank you. Those words of encouragement help, and it helps a lot. Now, on Mondays, we just talk about life stuff. On Thursdays, I release content about my actual life and things that I've gone through to give you an idea of what I've been through that has gotten me to where I am today. To show you that basically anyone could come from any circumstance and still choose to be better and do better. And yes, I'm doing another segment in my car. However, I had a pretty hectic weekend, so I didn't get to post my video this morning, and I'm still doing it. It's still going to be released on Monday, just not at 8 a.m. like I would like to. But I'm being obedient and sticking to it. The discipline, the hard work. It's not easy, but you gotta put the work in. Oh. Last week, I had a week without the kids. I expressed my needs to my family to let them know, hey, I feel burnt out as a mom, that I'm not showing up for my kids correctly. And my family pitched in, helped out, and watched my kids. I ended up missing them pretty quickly. By Monday, I was just like, I don't know what to do with myself because I had all this extra time on my hands and just didn't know what to do. I went on my first date ever in over a year and several months. And it was nice. It was a spur of the moment and just random. I decided to get back on dating apps. I'm kind of rushing God's plan for me. I realize that now because that date showed me that I may start to be getting ready to date again. However, I'm not ready to date again. And I'm going to trust in his timing on the person he has for me because, granted, the gentleman that I went on a date with, he was very nice, a decent human being. Not for me. That's okay. Not everyone's your cup of tea. And that actually goes into what I want to talk about is not everyone is your flavor. And with that being said, as the saying goes, is you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. You can't force people or control people to like you. Some people aren't going to like you just because you're you. Maybe it's the frequency that you let off about yourself, about your aura, that they just don't like because it's calling them to do better and do higher, and instead they're jealous of what you have. And they're jealous of how your life is going for you. And all it is they're projecting their own issues outwards. And sometimes some of us just may end up being the one that catches the crappy end of the stick on that. But not everyone's going to like you. I've had to learn that the hard way. And I used to question, when a lot of people didn't like me, I hated myself. And then that started becoming what I projected outward to give people more reasons to hate me. And then once I started looking inward on myself and start loving myself more, I started attracting more people that liked who I was, that care about me for being me. I didn't realize I had more people, like, once I started doing this work, that there was people that used to bully me in high school that said, you're doing an amazing job and look how far you've come. And some of them didn't even understand, like, how did I even get to this place, this thought process and everything. And it was nice that I was able to now, after taking that step back, looking inward, that instead of attracting the wrong people, they gave me more reasons not to like myself because they didn't like me. I started attracting the people that looked up to me, that do like me. And hearing those words of encouragement really helped that I'm doing the work. There's still going to be a few people that just simply you can't woo over. And you're just going to have to accept that. There's going to be people in your comment section that just have nothing better to do in their life. No disregard to them. I'm just letting you know, like, this is really how it is. And they just doom scroll and they just find the next person to pick apart. Just because they don't like something, they simply can't just move along. You know, the keyboard warriors. You know what I'm talking about. You've come across a few. You've read some comment sections of some pretty not so nice people. It's just the world we live in, but you can make a choice yourself to not be a part of it. That saying is kill them with kindness. Some people truly don't know how to react when you, like, someone just said your face is ugly. Oh, well, thank you for your opinion. I appreciate your candor. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And they're just like, what? They're taken aback by it. Because they're like, I just sat there and berated you. And, like, so totally, like, trying to diss you. And you just come back with something nice. Honestly, it's better. Why start an argument with someone who doesn't know you? Let me say it again. Why start an argument with someone who doesn't know you? You know you have people in your corner that do know you. So why this random person, Joe Bob, that decides to just sit there and you're this, that, and the third, why does their opinion matter? It's an opinion at the end of the day. It's not a fact. I love when, when people say rumors about one another, and the funniest part about it is whenever you hear a rumor about yourself, you're like, I didn't know I did that, tell me more. What else did I do? And instead of being, like, all gung-ho and wanting to get on a high horse and be like, oh, I didn't do that, this, that, you're not doing anything but stirring the pot to yourself. Might as well lick the spoon while you're at it. And instead, when you hear those rumors about yourself, just laugh it off. Because it just tells you that these people really don't know you and they have nothing better to do in their time than to talk about you rather than themselves. Ooh, did you just hear that? I don't know if you did. Let me make sure. Sometimes these people have nothing better to do than talk about you rather than talking about themselves. Because if they talked about themselves, then they really wouldn't have much to talk about, because they already don't like parts of themselves because they're projecting their issues outwards onto other people and blaming it on others rather than accepting it themselves. Yet they're not willing to do the work, because if they talked about themselves, they wouldn't really have anything to talk about. I said what I said. You can feel how you feel about it. If it's calling you out and you feeling some type of way about it, maybe you need to do some work. Just my opinion. But I'm wanting to call you out of that complacency that you're in while I'm sitting here in the moment, while this is running hot, the tea's piping. I'm willing to call you out of those things, that if you're feeling some type of way, do the inner work. Work on yourself. You hate you and people around you hate you and have an opinion about you. Work on yourself so you can attract more people that like you for you. Be your authentic self. Authenticity is the highest form of frequency of being who you are that's going to spread outwards. This is what I love about church. I know there's a lot of church hurt out there and things like that, but with my church specifically, what they're trying to guide people to do, and instead of forcing the word on others like some Christians do out there, no offense to my brothers and sisters, however, because of this causes church hurt because people feel forced, like leading a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. You can't force someone to be a part of the church. But one thing you can do, by changing yourself, following God, and just, being as much of a godly person as you can be, can then influence the others around them. You don't have to say you should come to Jesus. Sometimes people see you with Jesus and want to come themselves because they feel called. By changing and healing yourself, other people around you, it's going to pass down lineages. This is why they say break the cycle. You need to break the cycle. You need to heal yourself. Please heal. Please do the work. There's these people that are going to say something about you that are just going to have some type of way, because some of them are truly jealous of what you have, of what you're doing in life. And they're going to try to knock you down because they don't want to get knocked down a peg themselves. They don't want to get off their high horse themselves and instead take a walk and look inward. So instead of forcing them and replying back to them, just let it roll off. Kill them with kindness. Kill those bad thoughts with kindness. As soon as you say, when you look in the mirror and say, like, I look like that today? No, I may have rolled out of bed and my hair not looking on fleek and everything like that, but you know what? I am still a wonderful person. And look yourself dead in the eyes and say, I love you. I love all of you. You're doing the best that you can do. Some days are going to be tougher than others, but you know what? We're going to still walk forward. We're still going to do what we can and keep on going. Keep on trucking. Don't stop. The more and more that you tell yourself that you love yourself, that you're going to do better, you're going to be better, the more, because your brain is influenced by what you tell it, the more that you're going to believe that you are this wonderful, beautiful person, this amazing human being, and you start speaking more words of life over yourself, that starts to become more of your reality. And then more people are going to want a taste of that. Because you're going to influence others by the way that you talk and the way that you speak about yourself, the way that you think about yourself, that it influences others down the line. Your lineage, your children, if you decide to have children, to each his own. I have kids. I know a few people that never want kids. I understand. They're a lot. It's not easy raising another human being, let alone having to take care of yourself. But for those of you who want kids or have kids and you're trying to break generational curses, break that trauma, starts with you. Once you do that, it's going to influence and impact your children for generations to come. Think about it this way. Yeah, maybe you're not the president or an astronaut or astronomer or something like that, like who's like really big up there, but you can still influence those around you that maybe one day they might be a president of the United States, or they might be a governor or something of high impact, or maybe they end up being famous and they become a celebrity and they can impact the world. Starts with you. So ignore those people that are going to say something. Kill them with kindness, because you got to be kind to yourself. Please. In order for things to truly change in this world and for us to resonate at a higher frequency, to open our heart chakra, the green, the earth's tone from frequency, literally green, the heart chakra, the greens of the trees, plants, and grass around us, in order to rise higher, like God calls us to, like the universe calls us to, whoever you believe in calls us to, you got to work inwards and then also project that outwards. So you have someone that's coming negative up to you. Thank you for your candor. I hope you have a wonderful day. Or don't even acknowledge it, especially if it's one of those keyboard warriors. Let them do their thing. They're gonna do it anyways. But some things you do have to ignore, because it's just not worth that time and effort that you take out of your day to sit there and try to defend yourself. Because sometimes when you defend yourself, you're taking pieces away from your own self. Those rumors that you hear, if you consistently go up to bat against those rumors that you're hearing, you're consistently giving pieces of your time, your effort, and yourself away. That you're draining your cup rather than then overflowing. You need to overflow onto others with love. But it starts with loving yourself. When you do that, truly do that, then those people can't take pieces of you. Those people who are like vampires that just suck the energy and the life out of people because they can't find it within themselves to create a source within themselves. You already know. There's somebody coming to your mind right now. It's like, oh yeah, I know that person. That person does that. Exactly. I need you to make sure that you protect yourself. So when they come in, you are not being sucked dry. That they get crumbs, not a whole slice. They are not allowed to have a piece of your pie. It's all for you, baby girl, baby boy. All for you. And I'm sorry if you felt offended by what I just said, baby girl, baby boy, but I'm just letting you know. We all criticize ourselves. Whatever your gender is, we still feel that hate from others sometimes because somebody has to have something to say about us. Somebody cannot spend the time with themselves and they rather be hateful in this world than to work on their own selves and see why are they feeling some type of way towards this person. It's the same for Christians. Let those who are without sin be the first to cast a stone. It wasn't just for the parable, for the story, for what was going on about stoning that woman, but it's also letting you know just as much as what that person did, you have fingers you can count on the times that you weren't a good person either. We have all done bad things. No matter what the circumstance may be, it still has the same weight. We're not good people, but we can try to be better and become a good person by changing our life around. So that's what I want you to do this week. What can you do this week to be nice to another human being and also be nice to yourself? Find something to do. Whether it's texting 10 people, hey, this is how you've impacted my life. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for what you've done. Like, go into detail. Don't just say that. Like, give it some detail. Give it some body, some oomph to it. But I'm calling you guys out, and I'm asking you to take steps. Because none of this truly is going to happen overnight. But as long as you're taking the necessary steps one by one, like, don't zoom in the picture and just think that you just have a flat line of growth. Zoom out and look, you'll see yourself is slowly climbing up this big old staircase. Because in even a centimeter, an inch of growth is still growth. But we got to take steps. Not leaps, not taking an elevator up, not taking the escalator. We got to take the steps, one by one, to get to the top, to get to being better human beings, to get to being actually what a really good person would be and what they would be considered. Now, I'm not going to say, like, you're not going to have times where you slip up and you're bad and we just do these things. We're all human. It happens. We go through a cycle. However, it's how you recover, how you fix those situations that's truly going to determine whether or not are you actually doing the work? Are you healing? Are you growing? So, do something this week, not just for yourself, but for others around you to do good. You see hateful people in the comments? Instead of replying yourself, maybe just ignore it. Or kill them with kindness. In a nice way. Be nice. Easier said than done, I get it. But you're breaking generations of trauma. You're breaking the norms that we've been built to believe, that society tells us that, well, this is what we got to do. I understand the need to stand up for yourself and everything like that, but that doesn't mean you have to be mean to the other person as well. Fighting fire with fire, as the saying goes. Be the water. Be the calm. When you're shaken up, instead of exploding like a volcano or soda, be the calm. When water is shaking up, I can shake this water right now and it calms back down. I need you to be the same way. I need you to do the same. I believe in you. I know you can do it. You're an amazing person. You're doing great. I'm proud of the work that you are doing, because you wouldn't be listening to this podcast if you didn't believe there was work that you had to do. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to what I have to say and realizing, you know what, maybe there's something that I need to do. Maybe there's something within me I need to work on. You've got this. You've always had the capability. It's just a matter of going forth and doing so. Okay? I believe in you. I have faith in you. I'm proud of you. You guys are wonderful. Thank you for tuning in. Next episode will be released on Thursday, and I will make sure to do it on time. Sorry about today, but it's still being released on Monday because I'm disciplining myself. Because I want to help you guys. That's all I'm trying to do. If you've taken offense by any of this, I'm sorry I may have hurt your feelings. There's also maybe something you might need to work on if there was any offense taken. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I really want you to grow and to heal. Okay? So I love you. Have a great week. And try to do something to influence people around you. Work on yourself. Love yourself a little bit more. And spread some love out into the world, okay? Bye.